And once again, we are live from the Oklahoman's video studio. Happy New Year's from downtown Oklahoma City, the Oklahoman's video studio, the corner of Sheridan and Robinson. I'm seeing pedestrians outside on the sidewalks. It's lit up with all the holiday lights. There are skaters right down the street at the Myriad Gardens. Our man Adam Kemp will be joining us via Skype a little bit later. We'll be live throughout the night from 5 to 7 p.m. talking with various people. We just got off the couch with Kelly Dyer-Fry, editor of the Oklahoman, and joining us now off the business desk, literally off the business desk, the man wearing the SpongeBob tie,
right.
Steve Lackmeyer. How are you, sir?
When your family buys you a tie, you are mandated to wear it at least once.
Absolutely. Without shame and with pride.
Thank you. Oh, I'm very happy.
Well, you're over there working on a story right now. What you working on, Steve?
Myself, Grayson, who's behind the camera over here.
Cookie, the amazing Grayson Cookie.
Grayson,
and
yes.
if you have any questions, just ask him. He'll tell you.
Doug.
There, you see him right there. Wave to the cameras. Nice, Grayson.
There we go. There we go. Doug Hoke, our photo editor, got a tour of the Tower Theater today.
Up on 23rd and
That's
downtown.
right. The scaffolding is out of the auditorium now. This is going to be a really, really cool project.
Grayson was telling me it looks really nice in there.
Yeah, they've got the ticket booth rebuilt from what it originally looked like, which is just amazing. People haven't seen that yet. The marquee is all lit up again. You got the bulbs underneath like it was in its heyday.
No, I've seen that from the outside. The exterior is looking pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. They actually did some cool things like instead of going with carpeting as it was in the lobby, they did really cool colored terrazzo flooring. It's just... This is going to be a knockout when it opens.
They're putting some effort into it, and by they, we're talking about the Tower Trio, if you will.
Yes, they actually formed a LLC and a name for themselves, Pivot Project. But,
Pivot Project, that's right.
The public will never get off of the Tower Trio name. It fits.
There are far worse names to have, right?
It's actually pretty cool, and I don't know why these guys are resisting it. They've got Tracy Zeke in the background on branding, so who am I to question her? But I still think Tower Trio is cool.
Not going to question any Bumbershoot people.
That's right.
That's
for sure.
Tracy and Rob do a fine job over there. I see our friends at the Arts Council showing up. They'll be live here in the studio around 5:30. Edgar Cruz playing 2 or 3 songs for us later tonight. It's a good night to be in downtown, isn't it?
You know, if I were to rank the best stories of the year, Century Center is definitely among them.
And we are in the formerly old, now brand spanking new Century Center building.
Yeah, I mean, what were we doing on New Year's Eve this time?
Well, I was just talking with Kelly about that. It's nice to be here in the nice warm studio with lights and all that. Last year I was bouncing around downtown with Kyle Roberts and Todd Frazier. Mm-hmm. We weren't in studio at that point, but we were still active on the big screen, cold.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with being downtown on a winter night, but this is nice. A year later, this is our
we're
office.
Able to do this, and we can connect with the community. We can have the Arts Council, Edgar Cruz. I mean, it's amazing.
I think that's the biggest thing, the energy of being downtown and part of that core, maybe.
And we've got so much around us. You know, we've got the Mahogany Steakhouse on one side, we've got Revolve Pizza on the other, we've got a doctor's clinic going in upstairs, we've got the YMCA behind us. It's a great mix. This is definitely one of the big success stories. Taking what was really a dead, dark, horrible piece of property and bringing it to life.
Well, it was just one of those pieces of property you'd walk by or drive by and really not paying any attention to. And there's still a lot of buildings in the downtown area, but fewer because of the renovation that David Wanzer and the guys over at Tower Trio are doing.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where you're now like, I never noticed that building before. I bet that could be a cool something.
Yeah, yeah. David Wanzer, he's got the Main Street Arcade well underway for renovation. I drove by it last night with all the windows lit up, and that's going to be a great property. It was long the home for the Downtown Baptist Church. It was basically a homeless mission. The facade had been mucked up in the 60s, and it's coming back to its 1920s original facade, and it's going to be great.
We're seeing the city and downtown explore the west side a little bit, right?
Oh, big time. There's been a big westward expansion. You got the 21C Museum Hotel opening up this next year in the old Fred Jones Assembly Plant.
I got to think that's going to be really impressive, because that building, the building just vacant itself, you're like, wow, that's a pretty cool looking building still.
Yeah, and imagine New Year's Eve in 1 year, you're done with festivities, the bars are closing at 2, you want to go see some art or something, you don't want the night to end, you can go over there and continue to party on.
See how Steve operates. His mind's always
yeah,
thinking. There's always
that's
another
right.
another thing we can do.
We can stay up to 3.
We're grown people. We can do that.
Actually, my age, probably not me, but others can. So I live vicariously.
I'm with you on that. Hey, let's look back at 2015.
Yes.
A handful of your favorite stories to cover. A story that when you get a hold of, you're like, oh, I like this story.
Oh, well, Sunshine Laundry stands out. You've got a building there that really is a cool building, especially with the old neon marquee on top, the signage up top. And
Now, I was with you on that
Yeah.
story, and you told me, hey, Dave, you're going to want to come shoot this
Yeah.
because it's really cool on the inside. The big, is it atrium? I don't know what you call that.
It's just an open space. The roof's
open
been gone
space.
for years, except for the one that's underneath the sign itself.
And then the guys are talking about putting in a brewery.
Yeah, brewery, tap room, just an amazing project there. That's going to be something. And they're actually filing for a addition to National Historic Register. It's going for the Historic Preservation Commission next week.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm very hopeful and encouraged by what's going on with First National Center. It's been
I guess there's two topics I would like you to
Yeah.
address a little bit. First National Center and then maybe the Indian Cultural Museum.
Yeah.
The possibilities there are both.
We'll know something soon. I'm First National Center, but what I'm hearing, what I'm tracking, it's looking really, really good. We may get local ownership again. We
And you
may
think
get.
that- I'm not going to put words in your
No.
mouth. Would that be a good thing?
Yes, we've had out-of-state owners for way too long who didn't understand how things get done in Oklahoma City, who thought they could really take people for a ride, who were questionable in their motives and what they were really trying to do.
But local ownership might have a bitter,
Especially if you've
bigger
got
stake.
local credible players. And stay tuned, I'm very hopeful.
It's such a cool building. Even when
Yeah.
you go in there on the holidays and that big banking hall is vacant,
it's
yet there's a
amazing.
Christmas tree. It just looks good.
And you can go up there now.
Yeah.
For anyone who's downtown, I mean, if you can slip in there, the Great Banking Hall was off limits for a long time, and a receiver that was placed in charge of it, getting rid of all these people of questionable intent out of the way, the receivers fixed it up enough that the public can go up there and look at it for themselves. That opportunity might not be available for too much longer. I suspect within a year we're going to start seeing some pretty important things going on with that. So out of turbulence, out of a lot of bad situations that occurred, including losing power for a while, that actually spurred the right things to happen.
Looking ahead to 2016, and perhaps that's one of those, but what are some of the things that you're...
Native American cultural, American Indian
we
Cultural
mentioned that
Center.
a second ago.
Yes.
So what do you think?
That's another situation like First National where it was looking really bad 2 weeks ago. The state legislature, I think most can agree, they've made some very questionable decisions concerning that whole project over the years, have not managed it well, and they were seen as trying to dump the problem on the city, and the city was about to say no. And
Mayor Cornett, the city council, they
Yeah.
weren't completely receptive to this.
they were not receptive to it.
Okay.
They were about to tell the state, you can take this and figure it out yourselves, because what the state was trying to do is keep all the potential upside and let the city suffer the risk and the downside. And in comes at the last hour the Chickasaws. And
They bring some revenue, but they bring some
they're
experience when it comes to
amazing.
this.
I think people underestimate the financial expertise, the experience, the accomplishment of some of our major tribes like the Chickasaw Nation. It is every bit as important to our state, I'd say, as Devon Energy. And Governor Anatubby, he could certainly be a very effective CEO of any major company. And they are pursuing a deal with the city to help the city complete it, take on the risk of any additional costs for completion, and also to absorb the losses of up to $2 million a year for 7 years as it gets
I hadn't heard that
established.
part. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. And on top of that, and this is what they get back, and in reality, this is a huge deal for the city as well. And what they want back is the opportunity to develop the surrounding acreage. Okay,
There's
so
actually quite a bit of land right there.
yeah, there's quite a bit of land, but it's got a lot of issues. Cleanup will be needed, relocation of utilities. But if you wanted a developer to come in, a developer with financial resources, with the creativity, with the track record of the Chickasaws, the city would be trying to woo a partner like that. And if that's the trade-off, that's one heck of a trade-off.
They're willingly approaching, hey, this is a situation we can help you out with.
Yeah, this is, from all appearances, there are some details still to be ironed out, but this looks like an incredible win-win.
This is an example of the coverage you can find from Steve Lackmeyer every day in the Oklahoman, online on newsok.com, and of course on Twitter. Steve, I'll get you out of here on this.
Yeah.
Are you a guy who does resolutions? And do you have any resolutions for 2016?
I'm still working on my 2014 resolution.
Which was?
I am now 150 pounds into it, so I've lost 150, and
sir.
I'm just going to keep on working away at that.
Good for you.
So
it's amazing the dedication that takes.
And there are a lot of people that I owe a lot of thanks to. I've got a great trainer. I work with Weight Watchers. Ryan Vivar, our downtown trainer, who's awesome. And just supportive friends and family. YMCA, I do a lot of cardio there, but just everyone's been very encouraging. So that's my ongoing resolution year after year.
Well, that is fantastic. So, Steve, I'll let you get back to work. Thanks for joining us tonight. Happy New Year's. Please stay safe to you and your family.
You too.
We'll be right back just a second here on newsok.com. The Arts Council of OKC will be previewing opening night activities, and we'll hear the smooth sounds of Edgar Cruz as well.